Welcome everybody to the Latiners Network. My name is Jose and this is my review for The Lost City, of the newest action comedy adventure, if you will. It's funny because I know this movie a couple of days ago there was like a fan event, fan screening. You have to pay for it and go watch it on a Saturday. I decided not to do that because for me, my motto, if it's free, it's for me. If you gotta pay, save it for another day, which is exactly what I did. So I caught it today for free. And I'm glad I did it because this movie not sure really deserve any financial investment from my end anyway. And I'll get to that in a second. But before I do, cheap plug here. Every week, every Sunday, midday, a show called The Watch List right here on the Latiners Network. Me, my co-host Chewy. I figure if you like movies, you probably like television, good storytelling. So me and Chewy, we review all the shows that get released on streaming every single week across all the platforms of streaming. So if you're not sure what to watch, looking for good recommendations and all that, check us out here every Sundays. We'll let you know what you should and should not be watching. Those hidden gems that come out people may not even know about. And we also let you know what's coming out every single week so you can set up your very own watch list here Sundays, midday, every single week. So check us out. Cheap plug out of the way. Let's get on to the movie here. Of course, The Lost City. This is one starring Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum. Both who I really like. I think they're both great. Bullock, she's a great actress, of course, and she's done a lot of comedy in the past and done it successfully. Tatum himself, I think Tatum is, suited for comedy. That's his wheelhouse. That's when he shines the most, and he's gotten better over the years. But in comedy, I think this is where he really kind of shows his talents, if we will. So it's an interesting pairing, and I'll say this because if it weren't for them, this movie would be almost unwatchable here for the most part. We have Sandra Bullock. She plays this cheap romance novelist. She just finished her last book, about to go on tour. Her husband died a few years before, so she's kind of a shut-in. And we have Channing Tatum playing a cover model, right? He's the face of he's what gets put on the cover of her novels. He's the Fabio, if you will. When I start the book tour, Daniel Radcliffe, of course, Harry Potter himself, he sets off to try to get Bullock's help to help find this hidden treasure somewhere. He's a rich and powerful man. She refuses, so he does what any good businessman does and ends up kidnapping her. And unfortunately, it is what it is. And then Channing Tatum finds out what's going on, decides he's off to the rescue. He's the man to bring her back safely and whatnot. And listen, again, Tatum and Bullock here have great chemistry. They're really good together. And they're really the only reason why she didn't even consider watching this film. They take what's otherwise a mediocre script and elevate it where it's passable, where it's somewhat entertaining here. And, like I said, with any comedy, you really just have to be funny. And I just wasn't laughing that much, to be honest with you. Some of the audience members were, and that's great. I mean, comedy is probably the most difficult, the most subjective of any of the genres in film. Some people, different tastes, I get it. And some people may actually enjoy what this movie is selling. I just wasn't one of them. There's one, like I said, there's some moments where they kind of chuckle and laugh. Okay, that's funny. Thanks to the strength of the performances of the stars. And I'll give credit where credit's due. There's a great sequence in there of Brad Pitt, which I really liked. And I kind of wish he was in the film more than what he was, because the dynamic between the three really could have been something interesting and really funny. But unfortunately, he's not. It is what it is. And, again, Bullock and Tatum are great together. They save the film from utter disaster. But the problem is just it's bad direction and the script sucks. Let's just call it what it is. It's unimaginative. It's dull. It's paint by numbers. It's so predictable. You know exactly how the story beats are going to hit. And it does exactly what you think it's going to do. It's kind of ridiculous and silly at times, and it's kind of a waste because these guys are very talented, and they did enough here where I kind of wish they do something else together, something which is written better and much more entertaining than what they gave us here. And again, it's just, and I can't say I'm disappointed because I wasn't expecting much. I wasn't a fan of the trailer, so maybe my expectations were exactly in line with what the film delivered. But yeah, man, I can't honestly sit there and say, guys, run out and go watch this film. I really can't. I've seen this movie done 100 times before and done 100 times better, to be perfectly honest with you guys. It's just a waste of time. This is one where you can watch at home, put in the background, see the other things. Again, the strength of this film is Bullock and Tatum together, and they're really good. They're really good, and I give credit's due. And again, they made this movie as entertaining as possible, and there are some moments here enjoyable. But for the most part, it just doesn't work, and not for me anyway. Now, I think I'm sure it's going to have its fans and it's going to have its detractors. Every movie does. But that being said, if you do go watch it, you enjoy it. I hope you do. I hope you get the most out of it. I hope you like it. I hope everyone likes everything they see. I know it's not the case, but I hope that they do. When I go in there, I want to like everything too. But much like this, sometimes you're not. So that being said, if you do watch it, check it out. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. And of course, if you haven't done so already, subscribe right here below and feed my need to go to the movies and talk about it afterwards. See you guys next time.